Hey people, what the hell is going on? This ain't a talking Texans, but it's a talking football. We got the Azeez El Shire Smackdown aftermath to deal with down here with that hit that he put on uh, poor old Trevor Lawrence. I talked about it a little bit in my Talking Texans video, but the way they, since I'm down here in Houston, so it's a thing that everybody's talking about, and the thing about this shit that gets me, yeah, everybody got their opinion. Everybody got their opinion. Dirty hit, you know what I'm saying? Whether it wasn't a dirty hit or whatever the fuck it is, it don't matter whether it was a dirty hit or it wasn't a dirty hit. It was a hit that it was an illegal hit. Doesn't mean it was dirty. Doesn't mean it wasn't dirty. Illegal is illegal. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It was an illegal hit. That's why you get the flag and the ejection and all that other shit. That shit was gonna happen. And it's gonna continue to happen. It is. It's gonna continue to happen. As long as you got this sliding bullshit. As long as you got this sliding stuff, and you got these defensive people, flying around the goddamn field because that's what you were coached to do, is fly around the field. You can't really let up, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got some of these quarterbacks, like when you go out of bounds, you got people that are fake going out of bounds and all kind of shit. So you'll let up and they'll cut back in, hit up the goddamn field because you thought they was running out of bounds and all this other shit because you don't want to get flagged or some shit like that from hitting the motherfucker out of bounds. You got some quarterbacks that are fake slide and all kind of shit. And so I heard somebody just mention that. Somebody said, yeah, he do a fake slide, kind of do a motion like he get ready to slide and then take the fuck off because the defensive player done let the fuck up. And, and people take advantage of that shit. And that's why you have to go 100%. Which means shit like this is gonna happen. If you gonna slide when there ain't nobody around you. I just heard somebody, they was talking about some shit, they was talking about he slid late and all this other kind of stuff. And somebody's little commenter got mad, talking about, yeah, you blame an unconscious man. He said you blame an unconscious man on the play. It don't matter whether he conscious or fucking not. If he slid late, he slid late. I'm not saying he did or didn't. You know what I'm saying? But he probably should have slid a lot earlier, or he probably should have just made a beeline for the sideline. You know what I'm saying? He went upfield, he was running, blah, 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 and with this little slide, maybe he should have just ran to the sideline. It's a whole bunch of stuff you could have did. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sliding, you could have just ran. And I always say, you run and put your shoulder down. And when I say put your shoulder down, that don't mean running there acting like you fucking Earl Campbell or somebody. When I say put your shoulder down, that means you go in there and you brace. There's a lot difference when you're delivering a blow and taking it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't know. All these collisions and shit. All these collisions you see in football. The defensive person is in that collision. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's getting blocked is in that collision. As well as the person that got collided into. You know what I'm saying? It's the person that get collided into is the one that's usually on the fucked up end of that shit. So, my whole point is when I say put down your shoulder, that means you go in, you brace for impact. You know what I'm saying? You finna get tackled or whatever the fuck. It's It's a reason why you see some of these running backs that and it's a little bit different. Open field shit when somebody's coming at you, yeah, okay. Uh, running between the tackles is a little bit different. You don't get hit really hard, you know what I'm saying, in the trenches. Unless you got somebody shooting from the outside or blitzing from the secondary. Or if somebody just got enough momentum with a linebacker that can just, you gotta be able to, to be able to deliver like a hard ass blow. Everything sound, you hearing a bunch of plastic clacking together. Ooh, clack, and everybody go, ooh. I mean, it's a bunch of plastic banging together out there with the pads and all that other shit. The impact is not that goddamn great. It's not. A lot of times in football, it ain't that gets you. Other than the head injuries where you banging heads or your head hit the ground or some shit like that. It's not the impact. It's the displacement of weight that gets you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody falling on top of you or rolling up on your leg and your joint is bending somewhere it ain't supposed to be. That type of shit. Or somebody hits you in your goddamn leg or arm or something and cause something to just, do something it ain't supposed to do. That ain't shit. I played football from fucking junior high until I was 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? I played defensive end, tight end. I was on the line for a little bit of that. And I even played running back. It just, that's not what gets you. You know what I'm saying? It's that open field, like the blind side. That's why there's no more blind side blocks and shit like that. I used to do those when I was playing. That can't do that shit no more. They been got rid of that. Because, I mean, first of all, that shit ain't got nothing to do with the play ball way over there and you knocking motherfuckers out way over here. That type of shit. But my whole thing is that dude came up and I sat here and I watched these talking heads, which actually started to piss me off after a while. This thing about watching these podcasts and all this other stuff, especially from the local people down here, and that's a me thing to where if I watch somebody too long, I start to not like them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Landry Locker works my fucking nerves. If I listen to Cody Stews too long, he starts to work my fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? It's even Big Sarge. I listen to Big Sarge too long. He starts to work my goddamn nerves. And who else I listen to? It's it's a couple of shows where they got panels of guys. I have no idea who they are. But, you know what I'm saying? If I watch them too often, it's just like, even Paul Gallant. If I watch him on a daily basis, after a while, I'm just like, ugh. That's just me. You just get sick of just, because you get to hear their opinions and shit, and I'm one of those people where I watch the shows because the shit is entertaining, but then at the same time, I don't give a fuck about your goddamn opinion. Because most times they start saying shit that I don't agree with, then I don't like them no more. That's so goddamn childish of me. I know this. I know. Nothing I can do about that at this point. I can't help it. But with the sliding shit, it ain't really much you can, as long as they have the sliding in the game, this shit is going to continue to happen. Somebody's going to slide, and they going to get smacked while they slide. Because you have to go full speed against these dudes. Let's imagine you coming up You got a motherfucker like Josh Allen or somebody running up the field. You might think you run in there fucking half-ass. You finna get trucked, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen decided he finna run up the goddamn field. And you on some half-minded ass, is he gonna slide, is he not gonna shit? When it come time to make the tackle, if you ain't committed one way or another, you finna get knocked the fuck down. You finna be on somebody's goddamn highlight reel. You know, I don't know why they want that. It's a big, fast-ass dude. That dude is huge. He's bigger than the linebackers. You finna run out there not knowing what the fuck you... No. Like, okay, I'm finna hit this dude. If he decide to slide after I'd already committed to my motion, ain't shit I can do about that. Now, with the Azeez shit, I'm just like, okay, I'm watching this shit. I sat here and watched this shit. They done played the shit from all different angles, in slow motion and all this other shit, and it's just like, you know, I mean, what you supposed to do? I mean, when you got two motherfuckers and they decide they gonna do shit, after a certain point, they decide that both of them decided what they gonna fucking do. You're like, okay, I'm going in for the tackle. Okay, I'm going in for the slide. Well, ain't no turning back for nobody at that point. Ain't no turning back for nobody. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Now, what I will say is, because motherfuckers see what they want to see. You got instant replay and slow-mo and all this other shit, and they talking about blow. He did not hit that dude in the fucking head. At all. His head hit the goddamn ground. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the head, neck area, you hit that dude right here. Hit him right here. Heart might have skipped a beat or some shit, but he hit him right here. Now, I can't put my brain, I can't operate inside Azeez's brain. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that type. I'm not a hit person. You know what I'm saying? I'm generally not a hit person. Unless I was doing some whack ass blindside block back in my immature days. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't a tackle. I'm a form tackler. So if I'm going up there to tackle a dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm wrapping up. I'm not going in for no hit. You know what I'm saying? Why? Yeah, I'm just at a certain point. I'm like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm going in for the tackle. I'm not going in for the hit. A lot of people going for the hit, which is a lot of shit I see with the goddamn Texans. Motherfuckers going there where they miss hits too. Motherfuckers bounce off them fucking hits. But anyway, especially in that position, I'm going for the tackle. You know what I'm saying? Not the hit. So I wouldn't be in that position to start. Now I might commit the way that I would tackle. He would slide, and I would end up going over the top of him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't dive at people's knees. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I never had an opportunity to have to, because like I said, I played defensive end. That shit don't come up when it comes to shit like that. All my tackles are right on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I don't dive at people's knees, their legs and shit like that. Even way back in the day when you used to cut block people, I never did that shit. I just had a thing where I just never did that. I'm not diving in nobody's knees. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the motherfucker laying on the ground, and then I got somebody else laying on the ground hollering and screaming, and they fucking foot pointing back in their goddamn face because I done did some cheap shit. Nah, no thank you. No thank you. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be that person. I would just block you as normal, unless, because if I couldn't block you, then fuck it, shit. God damn it. But what he could have done, and what he did need to do, was the whole forearm thing. This is what's going to get him right here. If he had already committed, even if you already committed, you coming in like this with your forearm up. Once you see that man, and you do have time to process this in your brain. I mean, at some point, you body splash. It sounds stupid when I say it. You gonna hit the dude regardless, but this will cut you out all the grief, and this will show that you didn't let up. If you just take your arms out the equation altogether, this right here wasn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he hadn't did this, would it have been a helmet to helmet? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. I mean, that's how, as human beings and how we move, and that's why we have pads up here. We're not padded down here. We're not. We only padded at the shoulders and the fucking head, because that's what we lead with. We lead with our head and our shoulders. We not out there drop kicking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We not out there drop kicking motherfuckers. So we not leading with our feet like they do in the slide, which is unnatural. We not playing baseball. When you think about the slide, you go in there, you gotta you know what I'm saying? It's fine if your ass is like literally in the middle of the field by your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame an unconscious man. If you got motherfuckers right there, you ought to know that motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to fucking let up. Or you gotta know that it's a few out there that won't. You know what I'm saying? There's some out there that fucking won't. And they'll have the same argument as the motherfucker that went, you know, I couldn't let up. It was too late. I had already committed. You're gonna hit the dude regardless. And usually, it's just a flag thing. You know what I'm saying? Usually, boom, you hit a motherfucker after he slide, and and it's close, bang, bang. He get up, go back to the huddle, you get a flag on you 15 yards, unsportsman, some shit like that. The fact that he went in there, boom, and then the dude ended up knocked out, that's what gets you. You know what I'm saying? And that could, and like I said, it could, without the forearm there, it could have been helmet to helmet, boom. Depending on the impact, his head still could have went boop, bap, and hit the goddamn ground like that, and had the same result. There's a bunch of stuff he could have did that may or may not have changed it. It's a lot of shit he could have did to act like he holding back, but your body weight is still flying at that dude. You 200 whatever the fuck many pounds he is. You gonna hit that dude regardless. It's not gonna be fucking pleasant at all when he in that position. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing nobody can do about it. It's like, you got two cars about to hit each other, and it don't matter if you turn the steering wheel, jam on the brakes, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Though at a certain point, those cars are gonna fucking collide. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that could have been done should have been done back then. Azeez, you know what I'm saying, could have let up back then. Or a yard or two back. You know what I'm saying? He could. I'm just saying he could have. Should he? I mean, if he ain't no dude's gonna slide, what the fuck you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Just to let him just keep running up the goddamn field. And Trevor Lawrence is coming up the field. He see the defensive players. Well, shit, I ain't finna go nowhere. Let me fucking slide. But at a certain point, your slide, you done got caught in the intersection, baby. You know what I'm saying? You should have hit the brakes way back there so you could stop at the fucking light. You got caught in the intersection. You getting hit. You know what I'm saying? You getting hit. You didn't slide soon enough. You didn't make that decision soon enough. This is a double fault here. This is a double fault. If you want to assign blame to it, you can't assign blame to just one side. He should have slid earlier, or he should have just ran out of bounds. You see the defensive people coming. Matter of fact, if he would have, I don't know, I have to watch the play again. He might have been able to pick that first down up if he'd have took the angle to go out of fucking bounds. He probably would have got hit right at the sideline or something, but that would have been preferable to what the fuck happened to him. And then you got people arguing. You know, they talk about the hit and they arguing whether he was trying to slide to get the first down or not. Like, what the hell they got to do with the hit? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck that got to do with the hit? The dude was sliding. It don't matter whether he was trying to slide to get the first down. If he was trying to get the first down, he would have probably went head first. Because he started sliding before he got to the first down marker. And you can see that big first down marker right there on the goddamn side. So that wasn't the issue. But they brought that up for some goddamn reason. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck is going on here. What everybody's talking about. About the hit, whether it's dirty or not, or blah, 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 blah. Whether he was trying to get a first down, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So, yeah. Whatever. What the fuck ever. So what we finna do is discuss the maturity of which these things are handled. Because like I said, this shit is subjective. Everybody got their goddamn opinion. It don't fucking matter whether you think it was dirty or not. You have to go with the what they call it, whatever's in the rule books. You have to go by that. You know what I'm saying? You have to go by that. Whatever's in the rule books. And whatever the league come up with. Whatever the league come up with, that's whatever the fuck it is. It don't matter what the fuck you think. No matter what I think, no matter what nobody think. You know what I'm saying? The league gonna make its ruling, and that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Probably, he gonna get suspended. It's just like, okay. He got ejected out of the game. It just that stuff right there didn't bother me at all. But what did is this thing that everybody's talking about with the melee afterwards. The dude made the hit. Dude laying on the ground. And then, of course, the Jaguars sideline, the players, at least the ones that's on the field, they the first ones there. They went after this dude, Azeez. Now, I know I said this in my video. The first contact that anybody has with that dude after that play is not a football action. That is an attack. An attack. And everybody just seems to just overlook this shit. They attacked this dude. Let that sink in. They attacked this dude. That was the main, when they talk about, Azeez should have just left the field, and because he was pissed after the fact. You know what I'm saying? He was pissed after the fact. He had no helmet on. He was going off his shit, and it wasn't because of the hit, no shit. It was because of what happened afterwards. This dude got attacked on the field. And then you got these motherfuckers in these podcasts just disregarding that shit like that is supposed to fucking happen. It's supposed to fucking happen. You know, you got to defend your quarterback. Ain't no defending the quarterback. The play's over. The dude is laying on the goddamn ground. Ain't nobody doing nothing to that dude. And ain't no defending. That's a fucking attack. That is a fucking attack. And I'm pretty sure if they'd have done anything to that man, of any goddamn consequence, he could fucking file charges. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them motherfuckers that will. I'm sorry, I would. You touch me in some in a way that ain't got shit to do with football as far as fighting and shit like that. No, that's your ass, nigga. Fuck you. I keep my hands to myself. You keep your hands to yourself. You touch me, that's a fucking assault. And that's what happened to that dude. So you get all these motherfuckers out here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all kind of shit thrown back and forth from the league on both sides of the ball. I saw some article that said something about, you know, there was like a few Texans players might get suspended, and I'm like, and I don't know because they might have a rule where leaving the sideline might be an issue. I'm not 100% sure. Excuse me. For some reason, I'm thinking that the NFL had one of those rules where if you leave that fucking sideline, your ass is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If you leave the sideline, your ass is in trouble. You getting fined or whatever the hell is. And you know they got cameras all over the goddamn place, so it's gonna be fines thrown at, you know, the NFL to make them some money. You know what I'm saying? They finna make them some money. Because everybody that came off their sideline on both sides of the ball, if that rule is for real, because I'm thinking it was, it's gonna kick in. It should. And depending on what went on, depending on what went on, once everybody, then it's gonna probably be some other suspensions with people throwing punches and all kind of shit like that. You have to. Because you got people like, well, what would, you know, they like, what, you know, what if that would have happened to C.J. Stroud? What would the Texans have done? It would have looked the same way. Why would you, you know, I'm kind of insulted that they saying that because they saying this shit like the Texans wouldn't do shit. And dude talking like, yeah, I'd be taking attendance and see who came up and who didn't. Nigga, fuck you. I'm going to sit my ass down somewhere. Because I'm sensitive to that type of energy. I am sensitive to that type of energy. I can't be around people fighting and shit like that. Cause that makes me want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So if I go out, if motherfuckers got that big brawl going on out there, and I run my ass out there and getting in the middle of that shit, calling myself trying to be peacemaker and break shit up, I'm going to get bumped or pushed, and I'm going to be part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be part of the problem. I'm empathetic like that. It's a certain energy I can't be around. You know, you go to clubs and shit like that, and you see motherfuckers in the parking lot fighting and all kind of other shit, and you be like, man, I wouldn't mind knocking me a motherfucker out right now. I can't, no. I would be sitting on the goddamn sideline, standing on the sideline. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, player, or whoever the fuck, you can say whatever the hell you want. But I know me. I know it's in my best interest that I stay out of that shit because I can't do nothing but get myself in trouble. I ain't gonna help nobody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna be no help to nobody if I tried to go out there and get in the middle of that shit. Because I'd be one of the goddamn instigators. No. You know what I'm saying? But you got people just propagating this shit like Yeah, I wanted the whole team to be out there. I want to see what I'm taking attendance to see who's gonna be out there if that was to happen to CJ Stroud. Like, what? Why I gotta be a quarterback in particular? It could be anybody, any dirty hit. Why I gotta be the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? So if Joe Mixon go out there and he do some shit and get knocked unconscious from some guy, and then and then what? Ain't nobody gonna go out there and defend him. You know what I'm saying? Just the people, and like I said, these are grown ass people. These are people my age, man, and older too. These people my age and older. You know, it's just like do you realize what the fuck are you saying? You know, NFL already got rules in place for shit like this. You trying to get, and then you get up there and you got the D'Amico Ryans at the press conference. He say he say whatever the fuck it is he say, and of course he not finna get up there and hoot and holler and no shit like that. Well, it sound like he just did. Well, you think he finna go up there and promote having a big ass brawl? The fuck is wrong with you? And then the Doug Peterson come up there. They had a clip of him coming up there, and he kind of like, yeah, it was an unfortunate play. You know what I'm saying? It just, I talked to Lawrence in the room or whatever. You know, he got to go through protocol, but he seems to be doing fine. And blah 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 and la 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 la. And then they just give this man a narrative of something that he did not say. They want this man to go up there and hoot and holler because his quarterback got knocked out the fucking game. Like he fucking 12 goddamn years old. You realize how stupid y'all sound? Well, not all of y'all, but some of y'all. You don't realize how stupid that is. It's dumb. It's fucking immature. And that's coming from a very immature person over here. It really is. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I saw that, it's only so much you can do with the hit itself. You know what I'm saying? Because, that comes and goes. That's gonna keep happening. The brawls and shit gonna keep happening. All the little fights in the NFL, that shit happens all the time. For different reasons. Sometimes it's just shit talking and motherfuckers jawing and at each other, but something like that. It just, you can't have your whole goddamn, now, you have to, for the most part, I mean, like, you need some people that's gonna run over there. You can't, because I think that was right on the fucking, I keep wanting to say Panthers, the Jaguars fucking sideline over there. You can't have that whole goddamn sideline going against just the people that's on the goddamn field. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? Even against what the fuck I said, you just can't. That is just chicken shit. But at a certain point, it's just enough. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, okay, this shit ain't gonna escalate past whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for to just turn into no whole goddamn big bloodbath and just like literal, massacre. It's not for to turn into that. It's not. They got security and officers and shit out there. I'm pretty sure. If the shit started to get like really out of hand, it'd be like tear gas and mace and spray and shit all over the goddamn place. It better be. It better be. So yeah. I gotta listen for. I got cats and shit outside, and somebody told me that somebody was snooping around my house. Yeah, Somebody said that they was snooping around my goddamn house, so I gotta listen for shit. And I'm for the I gotta keep I gotta when I hear something I gotta be listening because I might have to run outside and take care of some business. Motherfuckers, sometimes people forget that they live in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people forget that they live in Texas. You just can't be running up on people's property like that in people's backyard and shit for whatever the goddamn reason. You can't do that. No. Stop that. You will get yourself ended. Don't do that. Yeah, but that's about it on that. The whole slide thing, like I said, it's just we don't need to slide. I think things will be a whole lot better without it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to get hit, dive on the goddamn ground. You know what I'm saying? Just dive on the fucking ground. Or run your ass out of bounds or whatever the fuck. Surrendering yourself in a bunch of those cases leaves you vulnerable like that. If that dude, if he decided he wanted to go down, and he'd be like, okay, I'm going down, and he just would have went down forward, that hit wouldn't have been possible. It wouldn't have happened. If he decided he was just gonna go down at that point, and he'd have just kind of like fell forward, you know what I'm saying, or just dived on the goddamn ground, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. That slide put that dude in that position. Like I said, it's blame on both sides, and people don't want to assign no blame to Trevor Lawrence on that play because he got knocked the fuck out. But yeah, I mean it is. I've watched the shit, the slow motion, regular motion, from all kind of different angles. You make a split second decision. I mean, it ain't. You know, it is what it is. You got to make a decision. I'm for the slide. Okay, well, that slide button should have got hit back then. But all right, go ahead. Yeah, you don't know if it's right or wrong until the result. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't know whether it's right or wrong until the result. You know, you got a motherfucker that play 1,000 goddamn miles per hour and ain't got no let up. It's shit. Like I say, motherfuckers ain't out there. And then Azeez had the goddamn apology that people say, you know, that was a good apology and all this other stuff. And even then, listening to that apology, there's some shit in there that I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? And I was where was I? I was somewhere I was commenting, and there was an ex-NFL player, and he said something along those lines. But Azeez was like, yeah, you know, I'm out there trying to hit people as hard as I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there trying to hit people as hard as I can. It's just, I mean, but I'm like, but that's not your job. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to make tackles, not go out there and hit people as hard as you can. That's some personal shit. Your job is to make tackles, not go out there and hit people as hard as you can. Going out there trying to hit people as hard as you can is get you this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what this gets you. It's gonna get you, you know, overzealous. You know, you want to make the hit. You see the quarterback, you got red in your eyes. Oh, the quarterback! Oh! And I'm just like, okay, well, you didn't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you ain't got to drive 100 miles an hour to get the yellow light. You know what I'm saying? Just speed up a little bit. You can get through the yellow light before it turn red. You ain't got to go all the way to 100. And then hit the goddamn hit the goddamn telephone pole on the other side of the goddamn intersection. It's just, just it's controlled aggression. Controlled aggression. You got to be able to temper that shit. You just can't be at that point when you say it's out there, you out there to hit motherfuckers as hard as you can. And then at the same time, be like you ain't out there trying to hurt nobody. That's kind of an oxymoron, dude. I mean, you just, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do get that. Okay, what you want to do is put doubt in people's minds. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in their head some kind of way. So I get that. I get that. That's why motherfuckers be alligator arms and what the fuck? I just made up alligator arms and be dropping balls and shit, because they be like catch the ball and they be like, ugh. They be thinking about them about to be able to take a hit right afterwards, and because they be thinking about that shit. I get that. I know how football works. I'm not new to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not new to this. But still. You want to be feared. You want to be people. You want part of somebody's mind to be on what you're going to do. The unpleasant factor. You know what I'm saying? And them thinking about something other than what they supposed to be doing. If they got to run across the middle or they got to go up high for a pass or some shit like that. I get that. At some point, even then, you can't, even in those situations, it's controlled aggression, because even if you catch somebody going across the middle, or you damn sure can't do it if you catch people elbowing. You can't hit people like that no more. You know what I'm saying? You just fucking can't. There's a lot of shit that you really down. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, they didn't cut that. Can't do that no more. It's a reason why. There's a lot of instances out there where motherfuckers can be put in a defenseless spot. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect the players at somehow, because it ain't the shit today ain't the same. We know more than we did all those years ago. You know what I'm saying? If you see you're an NFL player, I'm pretty sure they got programs and stuff that they give you and information that they give you about I was going to say hemorrhoids. Oh my God. Hemorrhoids. About concussions, and that don't even sound the same. What the fuck am I? About concussions, and then people with concussions, and how that shit plays out over time. I mean, you don't think about that shit at all? You still out there trying to hit people as hard as you can? With this so-called respect, and you ain't trying to hurt nobody and no shit like that. Well, all the injuries don't show up right the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? They don't. A lot of these injuries don't show up until later on. Especially head injuries and shit like that. It's just ridiculous. When I'm out there to hit people as hard as I can. I don't agree with that. You can hit people hard. You can hit people hard. And it ain't gonna bother you most of the time, because you ain't gonna be in that position a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Matter of fact, wasn't it I don't think it was a Texans game, but it was a game where a guy caught a touchdown. in the end zone on a pass that could have been defended. But the defensive player laid off because he had recently got flagged for a hit that he was in that same similar situation to. So he let up a little bit and just, like I said, this shit goes all different kind of ways, man. You know, you want to let up, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to let up, but you can't. You know, if he'd have just went and smacked that goddamn dude or whatever the fuck, no touchdown. You know, but, you know, I don't know what that dude contract situation looking like. He might can't afford the fucking fines. Everybody can't just fart off 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? 10 grand is 10 grand. I don't give a damn how much money you got. That's some loot. You can do a lot with that. You can do a goddamn lot with that. A lot of people can do a lot with that shit. That's a whole half a year's worth of money for a lot of people. Matter of fact, that's more than half a year's of money for me. Shit. Hell, I'm on disability shit. 10 grand. It's more than half of what I get per year, goddamn it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit. Motherfuckers just throw that shit away like it ain't nothing. Like, nigga, I gotta piece together and struggling all kind of shit. Motherfuckers just piss that shit off like that? Nah. But yeah. That's what you got. That's the kind of shit we working with. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit people, but it's control, man. You just can't go. You gotta be able to go all out, but you can't be just pedal to the metal all the time. That is not smart. This is not. Even when motherfuckers, I mean, unless you running 100-yard goddamn dash or the 200 or some shit like that, you ain't going pedal to the goddamn metal. You know what I'm saying? You just, you're just not. You're just not. You got to have some room for restraint. You do. You got to have some room for restraint when you playing football, especially in that position. If you know you're gonna, cause I mean, it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna keep showing up. Now every motherfucker gonna look like they trying to slide in front of you. Can anybody slide? I think anybody can slide. Hell, if a fucking running back ran out there, and if he had enough room, I think he can fucking slide. I don't think slides are just unique to quarterbacks. I may or may not be right on that. I'm sitting here trying to think. I don't watch a lot of football other than the home team. And I know damn well I ain't seen nobody on the Texans, skill players or running backs try to slide, but that sounds like some end of the game shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker will slide. Like Joe Mixon almost slid, but he kind of just fell down at the end of the game to keep from going out of bounds. It wasn't a slide. He was, to keep the clock running. You know what I'm saying? He broke a little run, and instead of just doing what he would normally do, and just he kind of hit the brakes and fell down. But I'm thinking I might have seen other people slide. But I mean, it's gonna be people on you at that point because, but you're not finna get hit like that because it's the people that are tackling you are just already right there on you. They can't do nothing but fall on you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no motherfucker coming at you with all kind of momentum and shit. Momentum. Coming like head to head. That's unfortunate. That's the only way you can fucking describe this shit. now the more I talk about it, that's the only way you can describe it. It's unfortunate on both sides. Like I said, he committed to the tackle, and Lawrence committed to the slide a little bit later than he probably should. He probably should have just dived. You know what I'm saying? He probably should have just dived. You know what I'm saying? And then, get touched down or just ran out of bounds or whatever the fuck. It's just, I don't know. It's just a bunch of coulda, shoulda, woulda. But that's about it on that. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents on there because everybody got their little shit going on. As far as the suspension, and I don't know nothing about none of that shit. I don't. How much he gonna get fined? How many games he gonna be in or out and all? I don't know. I'll find out when I get news of it. It'll pop up in my phone or some shit, and then I'll know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he gonna be out for this amount of time. How much he get fined that don't really mean shit. Not to me, it don't. You know what I'm saying? But how much time he gonna miss if he gonna be out? The length of the suspension that he probably gonna get. You just gotta, we have to deal with that. But he's been out this season for an extended time. So, I think we can hold up without him for a minute. But that's it. That's all I gotta fucking say. That's all I gotta say. Slide early, baby. That's the goddamn thing moving forward. Slide early. But then somebody did say that does this increase the chance of somebody trying to do the same to CJ Stroud? In my mind, I'm like, why? They had a whole goddamn second half. If they was gonna try to cheap shot CJ Stroud, they could have did that. You know what I'm saying? But why would they do that? And somebody was like, yeah, that increases the chances that people are probably gonna. I'm like, how? Why? Especially from other teams. I'm like, why would that increase the chance of people trying to that might increase the chances of people trying to cheap shot CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud had shit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had shit to do with that. Why would that increase the chance of somebody trying to cheap shot CJ Stroud? Moving forward this season. Why would anybody on Miami be like, yeah, we finna get that nigga? What, because they from Florida? I don't know. Why would Baltimore, Kansas City, Titans, that's who they got left. I don't see it. That, like I say, that's the dumb shit. This is what happens when you run these podcasts every day and you have to have shit to talk about. The dumb shit just start coming out your fucking mouth. That fucking happens. If I sit here on this video that I'm doing right now and I'm decide, I don't know how long I've been talking, man. I did a video that was 2.5 hours yesterday. Oh my goodness. But anyway, if I decide, I would say, all right, I'm going to do a 2-hour long video on such and such a subject. At a certain point, I would have said all I had to say. The longer I sit on there trying to say shit, the more liable I am to say stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? The more liable I am just to hop on here and just say some stupid, retarded ass shit that I probably ain't had no business saying. Which is why I'm getting ready to cut this goddamn video off now. Because I done said all I got. Ain't nothing else I can say about the shit. I'm waiting on news like everybody else. I want to wait and see what the actual suspension gonna be. And see if any other players, because I did see that some other players are supposed to get suspended and shit too. So we gonna see. We gonna fucking see. Because I'm thinking that the suspension is for Azeez is okay. That's in the books. You know what I'm saying? It's just okay. He had that hit, the way the hit looked, and the result of the hit, and all this other stuff. You don't really argue with that. But the aftermath of that shit is what we gonna see if it brings any kind of extra punishment from other players and shit that participated in that little melee they had after that fucking hit. And it should be. It should be. It should be. You can't just attack people. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You just can't. That ain't have nothing to do with football. At that point, it's a personal act. You do some shit on to somebody on the field, and it's within the game, okay. But if you do some shit and it ain't within the goddamn game, then yeah, it should be it should be a lot of disciplinary actions handed out from the goddamn league, especially on the Jacksonville side. Because it's got at least 2 or 3. I'm thinking it got to be at least 2 or 3. I didn't see nobody mention that, but like I said, it was a lot of them stories that pop up in my phone. I don't 100% trust. I got news breaking shit in my phone, so I don't be trusting half of the shit I see. I'm like, who the hell is this? Why am I getting sports news on Newsbreak? Goddamn it! We're gonna see. So I will hit y'all up whenever. I don't know.